Cherubs, right now we're looking at J.M.W. Turner's Rain, Steam and Speed, painted in 1844. It's a painting of a steam engine on the Great Western Railway speeding through the bucolic landscape of England with passenger carts over a bridge. Other elements of the painting include these people standing on the shore, a person on a rowboat, an old stone bridge, and a tiny rabbit running down the tracks. England in the 1840s was experiencing a bit of railway frenzy. In far less than half a century, Britain had built close to 2,500 miles of railway, and it was exciting. So in this period of great change, how does the painter think we should feel about this situation? The straight lines of all the man-made structures in this painting appear in sharp contrast to the wild forms of nature. The train's black color and dependence on burning coal seem to stain the landscape. The force with which the train approaches blurs the natural setting and seems to be melting the landscape of England away. The only form easily identified is the train engine, the ultimate expression of industrialization, and it seems to be coming so fast that the simple country life vanishes before it. Early reactions to the railway lamented that it moves so quickly one could not contemplate the beauty of nature. It's chasing the bunny away. Surely this painting is a warning regarding the mechanical conquest of nature. Then again, the painting is about motion and speed. The force of the rain in the painting matches the force of the engine. Nature appears in motion, just like the train, and perhaps this painting shows a fusion of nature and technology. Both are powerful. The bunny represents natural speed, the train represents mechanized speed. Both blaze down the track together. Early passengers commented that moving through the countryside was exhilarating, and that they could drink the air while moving at the then unimaginable speed of 40 miles per hour. Surely this painting is a celebration of the mechanical conquest of nature. The particular railway painted here is the Great Western Railway, designed by Isambald Kingdom Brunel. Great name, even greater engineer, perhaps the greatest engineer in England's history. Nearly every person in England during the mid-19th century was affected in some way by his work. He helped build the first tunnel to subvert the Thames River, designed steam engines that could travel to New York, improved upon floating docks at Bristol, designed Paddington Station, and built the Great Western Railway with all its bridges and tunnels. Brunel's engineering projects were always grand and always risky. He sometimes failed, but often succeeded. The bridge pictured in Turner's painting is Brunel's Maidenhead Railway Bridge, the largest elliptical arch bridge of its time, allowing boats to flow just as easily down the Thames as they had before, while keeping his railway perfectly level above. So how does Turner want us to feel about this conquest of nature by machine? In my opinion, both excited and terrified. The train speeds towards us with the force and imperative of technology, and just like Brunel's projects, attempts to conquer landscapes are grand and risky. It's exhilarating and horrifying. Turner is illustrating the complexity of cultural change here. This isn't a simple narrative trying to claim industrialization is good or bad, it's complicated. The railway could connect people like nothing before it could. It could bring resources to people in need faster than ever before, but its speed also represents an unpredictability that should scare the crap out of us. This painting shows us that complexity better than I can articulate it. Brunel's Great Western Railway and the future site of Paddington Station allowed for the building of perhaps the greatest representation of the mechanized conquest of nature in England, the Crystal Palace. In 1851, this structure hosted 6 million visitors, and it's the topic of our next video.